guys, I hope you're good. I've just arrived near Worthing. We're going to do some hill walking. It's a place called Cirsey Ring. It's a hill fort. But as you can see, the weather is atrocious. So I'm going to pack away the big camera and I think it's mostly just going to be GoPro shots. Cirsey Ring is an Iron Age hill fort that's owned by the National Trust. Nestled in the South Downs National Park, it's the second largest hill fort in England, the largest being Maiden Castle, which I highly recommend visiting. There wasn't really anything in the way of signage, but it's a huge hill, so you can't really get lost. There were two ditches running around the outside of the hill, which originally would have been defensive walls for the fort, and those ditches are over a mile around. The entire site covers 208 acres. 65 of those acres are within the walls. And the fort housed Neolithic flint mines. You can see the outlines of some of the old shafts, and there's a load of flint mixed in with the chalk on all of the paths. Apparently on a clear day you can see for miles and make out loads of landmarks. The hill's 600 feet high with a trig point at its summit. After a few hours of exploring, we headed to the seaside town of Worthing. I used to come here as a kid and I always thought it was really boring, so I was keen to see it through adult eyes. Even though wind had closed the wheel and the pier, it was still a really nice place, and we had a great lunch before heading to another childhood holiday destination. This is Littlehampton. It's a few miles along the coast from Worthing. We didn't stay for very long. The wind was blowing at a steady 50 miles an hour with higher gusts. It kept blowing sand into our faces. It was like being pelted with glass, so we made a quick escape. Another 15 minutes along the coast is the seaside resort of Bognor Regis. This is where we would come on holiday as kids, and we'd had days out to Worthing, Littlehampton. We never had a car when I was growing up, so it would be like a full day's mission to get to these places by the bus. So it's really weird coming back in the van and realising how close they actually are to each other. After a little paddle, we headed to the campsite in the South Downs National Park. We parked up in an almost empty field and tried to dry off by the fire. Unfortunately, the rain started again, so we retreated inside for dinner. But miraculously, we were able to get the fire started again. I am massively impressed with this new fire pit that I've got. We were roasting marshmallows late into the night.
Morning! I slept so well, the bed was really comfortable. Had quite a bit more rain overnight, but the forecast is saying that it should be dry today. Anyway, I'm going to take a little walk down to the lake before breakfast.
We headed off into the downs in search of another hill fort. After nearly hitting a dog, sat-nav glitches and parking problems, we found what we hoped to be the entrance to St. Catherine's Hill. It absolutely looked like we were going the wrong way, but sometimes that turns out to be the best way, and we were not disappointed. The path brought us out on the top of a neighbouring hill, giving us incredible views of St. Catherine's Hill. The camera really doesn't do it justice. There are 100 odd steps to reach the top, but we went off-piste. It was only 220 feet to the top of the hill, but it is super steep. Similar to Cirsey, there was a chalk path running around the perimeter of the old Iron Age fort. From the top, you got great views of the Itchen navigation, the city of Winchester. You could see for miles. In Norman times, the Chapel of St. Catherine sat on the top of the hill, where this copse of beech trees are today. I'm at the top of the hill. It's amazing, and the camera is just not doing justice to the views. There are so many massive hills all around and these deep valleys, and then this hill just kind of appears out of nowhere in the landscape. It's 70 metres above the river. It's just incredible, and it's interesting wandering around and imagining the lives that people would have had back here when it was in use as a fort. It's impressive, really, really nice and very steep. It's good. I'm going to have a little wander around and then head back down, maybe head into Winchester and find some lunch. First, just want to give a shout out to my fantastic dungarees. These were made by the lovely Cassie under the name of Hunting Roses, but you might know them from their Narrowboat YouTube channel, which is Our Floating Family. I'll leave a link for her Instagram down in the description, because she does all of these custom made dungarees. How cool is that? This mizmaze was cut somewhere between 1647 and 1710, and it is one of only two of this type of maze still in existence. This is the Itchen navigation. It's a 10-mile long disused canal. Oh, the water, it was so clear. We didn't find any parking in Winchester, so we came to Southampton for some lunch, and I'm really glad that we did. We saw cruise ships, ferries heading to the Isle of Wight, loads of different types of boat. It was fantastic. Unfortunately, it's back to work tomorrow, so the adventure has come to an end. If you want to join me next time, make sure to subscribe. I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you for watching.